Algeria Exhibition Center located in the capital Algeria, with an approximate land area of 270,000 square meters and floor area of 170,000 square meters. The whole roof of the exhibition center is made of steel structure, which is about 14,000 tons total. Basic forms of structure are spatial section steel truss and the inverted triangular pipe truss. Frame construction is composed of steel column and steel girder in part. Steel structures of the whole roof are divided into 7 domes, numbered T1 to T7. Steel structures of T1 dome are mostly inverted triangular steel pipe truss. Specifications of chord member are 558.8 by 20 and 558.8 by 30, where that of web member is 368 by 10. The truss is variable cross-section truss with 2 to 3.3 meter high, and the maximum span of it is about 87 meters. Steel structures of T2 zone are single-store frame system composed of steel column and steel girder. Specifications of all the main beams between steel column and steel girder are HEA 300. Specification of a secondary beam between main beams is IPE 200. Steel structures of a T3 zone are single-store frame system composed of steel column and steel girder. Steel columns are 2 specifications, HEA 300 and IPE 400. Main beams between steel columns are 2 specifications, HEA 300 and square type RHS 300 by 500 by 10, and that of secondary beam is IPE 200. Steel structures of 4 zone located top of round conference hall composed of section steel truss. There are 9 main trusses, including a 130-ton heaviest truss. Both upper and lower cock specifications of main trusses are HEM 550. Web member specification is HEM 300, with an approximate maximum span of 130 meters and highest cross profile of 7.5 meters. Main trusses are connected by secondary truss. Both upper and lower cock specifications of secondary trusses are HEM 240. Web member specification is HEM 200, with an approximate maximum span of 32 meters and highest cross profile of 3.5 meters. Steel structures of T5 are mainly composed by inverted triangular steel pipe truss. There are 17 trusses with 2 circular round pipe trusses. The heaviest one is about 150 tons with an approximate span of 150 meters. Trusses are connected by tie beams at top. All the steel trusses are variable cross-section trusses. Steel structures of T6 zone are single-store frame system composed of steel column and steel girder. Steel column is inverted plate and the specification is IPE 160. Specification of all the main beam between steel columns is IPE 300. Specification of secondary beams between main beam is HEA 200. Secondary beams are connected by better brace with diameter of 20 mm. Steel structures of T7 zone are recomposed by steel girder. Main steel girder is on concrete column, and main beam specification is HI 595 8.6 13.5 by 180. Specification of secondary beams between main beam is IPE 200. Secondary beams are connected by better brace with diameter of 20 mm. This project is roof steel structure of Exhibition Center. Area of Exhibition Center is large, with much steel structure zones and complicated and diversified types. Span of steel pipe truss is wide, with an approximate span of 150 meters, and cross profile is high. The highest truss is about 7.5 meters. Steel pipe truss and section steel truss locate the whole roof. Civil construction type low roof is relatively complex. Structural span is wide and monomer is heavy. How to choose vertical transportation equipment with economical and rational schemes are key points and difficult points in this project. Both steel pipe truss and section steel truss are long-span structure. When installing abundant temporary boards will be used for temporary setting of structure. Steel structure zones is relatively many, and severe structures of each zone are different. Steel structures are strongly connected with construction processes of civil construction. Hoisting machines are relatively many. How to construct with reasonable zoning and how to properly coordinate with civil construction to have a greater effect on general construction schedule. Due to many monomer and large quantity, operation time is relatively long and the distribution of operation quantity is imbalanced. How to organize construction is difficult for managing large-scale projects. It requires experienced leading group and a powerful technical team. High-altitude construction safety is key point of this project. According to structural analysis of steel structure, each zone, and analysis of civil condition, tower crane and crawler crane shall be mainly used to hoist in this project. Hydraulic jack hoisting equipment shall be used for partial hoists of trusses in T4 zone and T5 zone. General layout of hoisting machine on site as follows. 7 tower cranes are arranged on site, named from TC1 to TC7. Model of TC1 and TC7 tower cranes is C7022. Model of TC2 is C7052. And from TC3 to TC6 model is H336B. Tower crane shall be staggered when laid out, as per coverage area and hoisting capacity of tower cranes. TC1 and TC7 are responsible for hoisting steel structure roof beam in T1 zone and steel column and steel girder in T2 zone. TC2 is responsible for hoisting roof tie beam in T4 zone and T5 zone. TC3 to TC6 are responsible for hoisting roof tie beam in T5 and steel column and steel girder in T6 zone. 250 tons crawler cranes shall be set on site, being responsible for hoisting steel structure in T3, 6, and T7 zone. Specification of 15 tons crawler crane is CCH 500. 225 tons mobile cranes are responsible for transportation, placing, and unloading of steel structure members. Because 7 middle sections of main chassis shall be hoisted in T4 zone, with maximum weight of 300 tons, 11 main chassis shall be hoisted in T5 zone, with maximum weight of 140 tons during hoisting sections. For 100 tons, lifting jack serves as hoisting machine. This set of equipment is mainly composed of 4 sections: lifter cylinder, hydraulic power unit, computer control system, and accessories. as per different construction type and the hoisting method of each zone. 7 zones of steel structure shall be divided into 5 zones. General construction sequence: T4 zone, T5 zone, T1 zone, T2 zone, T3 zone, T6 zone, and T7 zone. T4 zone steel structure installation. Set up high altitude operation platform for HJ1 and HJ2 chassis. Place HJ1 and HJ2 chassis at a high altitude. Set up temporary support for HJ3 and HJ9 chassis. Install an hoisting and side direction temporary support of HJ3 to HJ9 chassis. Splice middle section of HJ3 to HJ9 chassis on the ground. Install lifting bracket and hoisting equipment. Hoist the middle span of HJ3 and HJ4 chassis. Hoist the middle span of HJ5 and HJ6 chassis as per above order. Hoist the middle span of HJ7 and HJ8 chassis. Hoist the middle span of HJ9 chassis. Clear a vacancy and install secondary structure. T5 zone steel structure installation. HJ1 to HJ3 shall be hoisted by 2 50 tons crawler cranes, and the roof beams between trusses shall be installed by tower cranes. Temporary support below HJ4 shall be installed. Member of first section shall be embarked by tower crane. Firstly, splice main cord member, then web member. Second section of HJ4 shall be hoisted by 150 tons crawler crane. When temporary supports below HJ5 and HJ6 are installed, construction member used for temporary supporting for HJ5 and HJ6 shall be spliced by tower cranes. Third section and the fourth section shall be hoisted by 150 tons crawler crane. Set up gantry and the second sections of HJ5 and HJ6 shall be hoisted by 2 100 tons hydraulic jacks. When temporary support below HJ7 is installed, construction member used for temporary supporting shall be embarked by tower cranes. Set up a gantry and the second and the fourth sections of HJ7 shall be hoisted by 2 100 tons hydraulic jacks. Section shall be hoisted by 150 tons crawler crane. Installation method of HJ8 to HJ11 is as same as HJ7. When temporary support below HJ12 is installed, construction member used for temporary support shall be spliced by tower cranes. third section shall be hoisted by one 15-tons crawler crane. Temporary supports are arranged in HG13 to HG17 with tower crane splicing. All the roof beams shall be installed by tower cranes. Main trusses of roof purlin are 6, and secondary trusses are 9. Trusses installation is embarked by setting up floor-bearing scaffold, and roof tie beam shall be hoisted by tower crane. Set up scaffold and splicing platform for the ZHG1 and ZHG6 trusses. Splice upper and lower cord member of ZHG1 truss. Splice web member of ZHG1 truss. Splice ZHG6 truss using same method. Set up scaffold and splicing platform for ZHG2 to ZHG5 trusses. Splice ZHG2 to ZHG5 trusses. Set up scaffold and splicing platform for lower cord of ZHG1 to ZHG9 secondary trusses. Splice ZHG1 to ZHG9 secondary trusses. Install roof tie beam. Demolish scaffold to finish installation. T2 zone steel structure installation. Scope of work for TC1 and TC7 tower cranes can completely covered on T2 zone, so tower crane is used for installation. When T2 zone is constructed, construction begins from middle to both sides simultaneously by 2 tower cranes. Construction from middle section to north is used by TC1 tower crane, while from middle section to south by TC2 tower crane. Stand column and steel girder serve as components of frames. Units are constructed one by one as per frame. In order to ensure structural stability during installation, T3 zone steel structure installation, 150 tons crawler crane shall be used for steel structure construction in T3 zone, configured 70 meters main arm and 6 meters secondary arm. When steel structure hoisted in T3 zone, hoisting is required from the inside to the outside in order to avoid outboard construction member to affect crawler crane construction, so as to render inside members not hoisted in position. T6 zone steel structure installation. When steel structure is hoisted in T6 zone, 150 tons crawler crane shall be chosen. Configured 70 meters main arm and 6 meters secondary arm. When hoisting, cranes proceed from west to east, constructing span by span. After completing each span member and forming stable system, next span is being constructed. In order to avoid structural deformation and excursion during construction. T7 zone steel structure hoisting. There is one artificial landscape river between T7 and main hall. Both east and west sides are underground two-layer civil structure. Therefore, when hoisted in T7 zone, crane can only be constructing on the south side, without considering moving crane on the north side. 15-ton solar crane is used for hoisting, configured 36 meters main arm. During construction, T7 zone shall be divided into Unit A and Unit B. Unit A among them at priority to be hoisted. When hoisted, crawler crane shuts down inside of Unit B. After Unit A hoisted, crawler crane withdraws to external row step by step. Finish hoisting Unit B. When hoisted, cranes are hoisting unit by unit and frame by frame. After completing members during each frame area and forming stable system, next frame shall be hoisted to ensure overall stability of structures.